What's up guys, and welcome to a new episode of Let's Play Rayman Legends. And what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be doing the new level or world we unlocked, Living Dead Party. This first level is a music level that we haven't come across yet, so I'm going to be quiet for this one, and we'll get more into what the remainder levels are afterwards. So let's hop in and enjoy this level. Okay, so for the rest of these levels, I will be commentating it, just because of what they are. Basically, the rest of this world is all of the music levels we have already explored, but done again in some type of mix. Each of the levels now have an 8-bit theme, as we'll be hearing here. Now, I want to express that I really don't like this world. I feel like this is overall uncreative, and really not that good of an idea. It's sort of boring going through the same levels again, but there might have been a twist that you might be already able to notice. Each of these music levels isn't already 8-bit, but have some type of visual thing that makes it incredibly disorienting. It gets progressively harder as we go out through this world. This one's relatively easy, but the next one is very, very difficult. It basically lies down to just remembering the original levels by complete offhand memory, because visually you really can't see what you're doing, and it's just annoying. This is so much more of a headache than it is a fun time, and I just don't enjoy it. It's something that I never talked about in my review, really, and I sort of regret not, because I really was unhappy with this world. I feel like the Land of the Living Dead in Rayman Origins was a much better alternative. Now, you might not know what I'm talking about, but in Rayman Origins, when you unlocked everything, you got a one last level that had a final boss on it, and the level was very difficult, it was very long and very hard to get to. But that was your payment for it, is you got one last cool level. Here we get these headaches of a level that aren't really that fun. We've already experienced them, but now they have mediocre 8-bit music. Now, I'm not harping on 8-bit music, there is some great 8-bit music, but I don't feel like this is it. This is a sort of meh, as you can hear. Anyways, though, there's the first level done. That one, like I said, wasn't very disorienting, but this next level will prove us wrong when it comes to the level of disorienting that this world provides. Let's count up our lums first. And when it comes to doing everything after this, we do have a little bonus level, or a bonus episode where we're going to show off all the extra stuff. Why don't we go into World 2's music level now, though? Orchestral Chaos, I think it is. And this one is my, by far, least favorite. I really, really hate this one with the bottom of my heart. Now, this one likes to focus on fuzz, you know, static. Basically, anytime you would prefer to be able to see the screen, static comes up so you can't. Like, I don't understand the appeal in this. Like, what they were actually thinking. Because it's like, on a gameplay standpoint, this sort of stinks. In a difficulty standpoint, yeah, this is very difficult. This is going to keep people playing for at least a few hours longer as I try to complete these, because unlike the actual music levels, these have no checkpoints. If you die throughout any part of the level, you have to start over from the beginning. So it gets insanely hard, it gets insanely arduous. I don't know, it's barely worth playing. It really is. I don't suggest it if it's just a casual playthrough. You would be saving yourself a headache. But I'm going to stop complaining about it now. As you can see, things are getting really staticky, and it gets worse throughout the level. Oddly enough, this is probably the best 8-bit soundtrack. It doesn't really sound like they remade the songs in 8-bit fashion, as much as they did put like a filter on it. I don't know, it's not even actual 8-bit. Really, it doesn't sound like it to me at least. Maybe I'm being too picky with it, but I just didn't enjoy the music. But this is where it gets really hard. It's because the whole screen is mostly static 90% of the time. Right here you can barely even see the toads that you have to punch. So basically just play the normal music levels, memorize them 100%, and then go and play these. But in the meantime, I wanted to say that the other day I was live streaming, and I finished The Walking Dead, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I would like to just thank you guys for all the support that the channel's gotten as of recently. We also just recently hit 6,000 subscribers. It's been just a espionage, I don't think that's the right word, that I'm looking for here, but the whole, like, parade of good feels. For the channel, for the support I've been getting from you guys, so thank you. But now we have this. This one's a little easy. This one focuses more on things being pixelated. And so it has like a pixelated filter and things will just become... Everything will just become like one giant pixel by the end of the level. Once again, just memorize the level and you should be fine. This one really isn't that hard though. Overall, it's an easy music level to begin with. So you shouldn't have too much to worry about. You know, have a whole bunch of luchadors to punch. By the way, if you didn't know, this song is Eye of the Tiger. Also, I always expect that little head thing to shoot me out like a cannon, but no. It just makes you tiny. But, we have this one that's Eye of the Tiger. The first one, Castle Rock, was actually Black Betty. So some of these are based off of real songs, but, I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell even more since it's 8-bit. And besides that, I do believe the next song, Gloo is an actual song. I don't know who it's from or anything, though. But yeah, no. Flying through, becoming tiny. These are flies, by the way. You need to punch these flies on the rail, because they look like lums, and you'll just be hit by them and not even know it. Okay, and there we go. There's another one finished. And we got our fill in lums again. At least the lums are overall pretty easy to get in this world. Then we have Gloo. I was really dreading this one. I thought it was going to be really difficult, but I ended up doing it on my first try. After you get the hang of water levels, they get really easy. And this is good proof of that. I did this on the first try and it made me feel super relieved because I felt like I was going to take like 40 minutes on this level alone. But this one's actually okay. It's bearable. When it comes to the visual effects, it's not that bad. Like, it just sort of has this sort of like this lens zoom on it. And that's not too disorienting. When it comes to most disorienting, we have one more level that's incredibly disorienting. But besides that, everything has been okay. It's just that next level that we're gonna approach, and then the Toad Story one that are just unbearably bad. I don't know. really hard. But this one's not too bad. You know, it sort of gets more zoomed in on the center, but at least you can still focus and see what you're doing for the most entirety. You have to have a little bit faster reactions so you can, because you can only see so much of what's coming towards you. But even just watching this playback, because of course this is post-commentary, I'm not doing this live, are you crazy? But even just watching this is just giving me a headache again. And did that not come across our minds? I don't know, this whole world caught me by surprise. I didn't expect what it was, but this is what it was. I felt like the real estate of this world could have been better used, is all I'm saying. Maybe there's somebody who completely disagrees with me though, and if you're listening, you can say so in the comments. Because I'd actually like to have a conversation about it if anyone actually cares about it. But in the bonus level, which is next episode, we'll be covering all of the lucky tickets, and we'll also be covering many other little side things like the creatures that you unlock for scratching the lucky tickets. Got more lums, and there we go. Alright, so we do have Dragon Slayer up next. And this one's pretty hard. Dragon Slayer, the normal level, was overall pretty difficult as well, so this one's a little hard. This one sort of mixes everything together, things are a little bit pixelated, sometimes the colors change. It's pretty difficult, but not that bad. And of course the music's good. 8-bit's good for this one too, it's okay overall. I still like the original tune way better. For all of these, I like the original tunes way better. Got a bunch of dust bunnies chasing us. Also gotta make sure that you hit all the Teensies. They usually are in convenient spots for the most part. I think there's only one that's in a difficult spot, and it was already in a level we already passed. I just love I don't know, some of these, like the normal music levels, I love them so much, just like, especially this one. This one's probably my favorite. Just the effects of it, especially that feeling you get when you're just bouncing all over the place through all those wide landscapes. It's so cool. Once again, don't worry too much about the lums. We already got the amount of lums we need, I believe so. This area is a little hard, because this is where things get really visually hard to see. Just go with the flow of it. You should still be able to figure out what you have to do. And then we have the home stretch right here. Just make sure that you hop above the fire of the dragons, and you should be good. And there we go. Alright then, so now we have one final level to go, and what will that be? It'll be the same level we just did at the beginning of the episode, the Grannies on Tour, or whatever it is, the Grannies Rock Tour, but now it's an 8-bit edition. Let's hop in. And now this one's also a little disorienting, but just, I always stick to the top left. But the screen's going to flip around and change all the time, but when it multiplies, I always try to stick to the top left. It's just a good sort of like place for my eyes to focus. But we also have a combination of different things. All the disorienting effects that we've had are mashed together along with the multiplying and the flipping. So this one has sort of that entourage of headaches. But this one overall, the level itself is really easy. I mean, we experienced that when we saw Granny's World Tour just at the beginning of the episode. The level is overall really, really easy. It's funny to see that this is like one of the last levels in the game, especially since this is the level that was shown off for E3. Like, this is one of the levels that showed off what the game is. So it's sort of funny to see it as a final level. I thought it would be one of the opening levels. I actually thought the Grannies were going to be like the main enemy in the game. Like, it was all going to be about evil Grannies, and no, that wasn't the case at all. About evil dust bunnies. Yeah, right here I just stick to my eyes on the top left. For a second, I thought the level was over right here, and I put down my controller, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta go again. Now it's going back to the grayscale, the static. Just use your instincts, you should be able to tell what's going on, just follow the pacing of it right here. It's just hop, punch, hop, punch, hop, punch. And there we go. Final level complete. Besides this, there's only Rayman Origin levels, so technically this walkthrough when it comes to levels is now over. Feels good. It feels pretty accomplishing. Because this means I've beaten the game twice now. I don't know though. We have 312 lums. Looks like we got it here. I think I forgot to press the X button. But yeah, I'm not going to be covering any of the Rayman Origins levels. I hope nobody was expecting me to, because it says Rayman Legends 100% guide. Go look up a Rayman Origins guide if you want that. You might have saw though that we need, what was it, like 700 lumps to unlock that one guy. Unbelievable, you saved the world from nightmares. Enjoy these 10 lucky tickets, and then you also get 30,000 lums. So awesome! In the next episode, what will we be doing? A lot of cool bonus stuff, but then that'll be it. So I'll see you guys in the next final episode of Let's Play Rayman Legends. Bye bye.